Hey, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to install this JetPrime kill switch. This is an ignition delete or a key delete for the BMW. On my last track day I encountered a little issue with my ignition, and turns out it's a known quality problem with the key switch itself. It's a mechanical problem in nature, but essentially inside the barrel there and the ignition switch, there's a little micro switch that the key keeps pressed, and over time they get a little dirty and they stick a little bit, and it leaves the ignition on even with the key off. So for the rest of the video I'm just going to show sort of the installation process. It's fairly straightforward. It looks a little more complicated than it is in some areas, and it's a little fiddly in some other spots to try to get things off the bike, but overall it's not that bad. And I'll just point out a few things as we go, maybe make this a little bit easier for the next person who wants to do this job. So I'm just going to walk through the process here. The little things here I'm showing that are tricky pieces to get off, but overall it looks worse than it is. It's actually a fairly straightforward installation, but yeah, I'll chime in here in a few seconds and talk through a couple little bits. On the bottom of the ignition, these are anti-tamper screws or bolts, and to get them out I'm just using a left-handed drill. Doesn't need to be a left-handed drill, but I'm just drilling a small hole so that I can use a screw extractor. And then to hold the workpiece, I actually just put it back on the fork, and that worked out really well. As you can see here, I'm removing those bolts. They do have a little bit of Loctite on them, so err on the side of a deeper hole when you drill, just to give that extractor a little bit more of a fighting chance. But yeah, came right out, and we'll get this ignition taken apart, and I'll show you that little micro switch that causes all the trouble. And here it is, that little switch right there. That's what the key turns and pushes against when the barrel is turned over. And what this kit does is allows you to install the key into this holder that pushes down on the micro switch. You screw it all together, and then the harness basically splices into the ignition. Then that's it. You just put it back together, and to turn the bike off or on, you just push the button. No more key. So let's get this all back together, and we'll give it a test.